Used to be addicted to porn just like you, bro. Potentially worse, potentially not as worse. I used to watch it maybe once a day for the whole month, and I'd try and cope sometimes and tell myself that I could quit whenever I wanted, but I didn't want to because, you know, it helps with testosterone, porn's good for you. But I knew deep down that I was being a bitch, and porn had me by the balls and I could not quit. And when I discovered this, it made me feel like shit. It made me feel even more guilty and just disgust with myself that I already had from watching porn. You know that feeling you get when you relapse and you feel just filthy, you know you've done something wrong, you feel dirty, you're like, why have I just done that? I felt that, but just 10 times worse as soon as I realised I was addicted. Because I was doing this thing that I knew was bad for me, but I kept doing it. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. Now, I'm going to try and end your addiction with this video. I'm going to tell you what I did to quit porn, and hopefully it will help you. Now, when I first tried to start quitting, I got onto NoFap. A lot of you guys probably did too, but this did not help, as it doesn't for many people. This is because NoFap YouTubers try and tell you that if you get to day 30, let's say, you get all them benefits, and then if you relapse once, you're back down to day 1, and you've lost all the benefits, and that's just stupid. You can't lose benefits of just by relapsing once. You've just gone 30 whole days without watching porn, for example. That's so much progress. Compared to the average person who watches it every day, that's so much progress. And to try and tell your audience that if you relapse once, you're back to day 1, and you've lost all the progress, it's stupid. And when you get your streak, whatever, 15 days, then you relapse, then you feel like absolute shit after that. And what do you do then? When you feel even more guilt and shame, you go again. You think to yourself, oh, I'm on day 1 anyway, I might as well go for 2, 3 others. And this just makes your addiction worse. So instead of NoFap, I went on to less fap. This is when you work out how many times you fapped last month, let's say 30, right? Last month you watched porn 30 times. This month, you're going to watch it 25 times. You're not going to go on a streak, and you're not going to go to 0, go cold turkey, because we can't expect that of you right now because you're addicted. So you've got to humble yourself, watch it 25 times. I'm telling you to watch it 25 times, and your brain's going to say, well, this isn't progress. I'm watching it 25 times. This is progress. This is like 20% less than last month, or whatever the maths is. Then the month after, you're going to watch it 20 times, then 15, then 10, then 5. And then eventually, within a few months, you'll quit porn. And you just take that pressure off yourself of getting that streak. Like, if you're on a big streak and you get big urges, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to relapse, I'm getting worried, all I'm thinking about is this. It's just depressing. Like, I don't want to be thinking about a streak and not watching porn all the time. Just taper the porn down, and eventually you'll stop thinking about it and you'll stop watching it. So that's the main tip I can give you. Also, when you get the urges to watch porn, don't think of yourself as a bad person. It's normal to feel like this, particularly if you're my age, if you're a teenager, whatever. So don't feel guilty about it, like, oh, why am I feeling like this again? It's normal, everyone feels like it. Instead, just be grateful you feel like that. Be grateful you have a healthy sex drive, your testosterone is in good levels. And when you think of it like this, you're just going to enjoy the feeling a lot more instead of just watching porn and feeling shit about yourself. Just enjoy the feeling, be grateful for the feeling, and just move on. You don't have to watch porn when you feel horny. The same way you don't have to eat food when you're hungry. It's the same thing. Don't give in to your inner bitch when you get these urges. So these tips should definitely help you. If you want one-on-one help with me to guarantee you quit porn so easily, then click the top link in the description if you're interested. I can help you one-on-one quitting porn. If you want to increase testosterone, link in the description if you're interested. But I hope this video helped you. I hope you can get rid of the urges inside of you, and just think of the times when you watch porn. Think of the guilt and the shame you feel. Just think your great-grandfather who went to war and died for you is watching down, looking at you. Your ancestors, God most importantly, watching down on you. And he's not saying like, oh, you're disgusting. He's saying like, he wants you to be better. So you should be better for him, and you should be better for yourself. And yeah, just don't the fact that you're watching this video shows that you're ahead of 99% of people. So you should feel good about yourself for that on its own. But yeah, just quit this addiction. It's just not good for you. I've made videos on the dangers of it. I've made many videos on this. So watch them if you want, and click the top link in the description if you want my one-on-one help.